Hey you guys, it's Jessica with Sloppy Swatches. Today I have a nail art look featuring the By the Sea limited edition trio coming from Tux Polish on May 27th. I do have a full swatch and review of those. I will link it down below. These were sent to me for review, and I will link Tux Polish's storefront down below as well. So I'll go ahead and get right into the tutorial. For this look today, I'm starting with Gal's Plate GA14. I'm going to use the mermaid image here. I'm going to apply a generous amount of pink bikini and then scrape downwards and then roll upwards with my Born Pretty Clear stamper. So this is how it picked up, really crisp and clear. Next, I'm going to use some By the Sea and a dotting tool and fill in some of the mermaid scales. I have sped this up a little bit. So just randomly, and you can go back and forth. I did all the blue first and then went back in with mermaid vibes. So just try to make sure that you stay within the lines and don't touch the lines too much or they'll begin to bleed. And make sure you bring the image all the way out to the edges, especially if you have longer nails. So next I'm going to go in with the mermaid vibes and do the same steps using a dotting tool and fill in some more scales. So after I had added a fair amount of pink, I decided I want to go back in with some blue, but you can see there when I put my dotting tool, you can tell that the polish is dry. All you need to do is add another drop and then keep going. So after this has had just a second to dry, after I get all the scales filled in, I'm going to go back over it with some top coat. I found that Zoya's Glossy Seal is really good. You don't really want to use a quick dry top coat because it makes it hard to stay malleable and form to your nail. So Glossy Seal performed well for me. I'm going to let this dry for about 30 minutes and then come back in with some tweezers and peel it from the top all the way off. And this is going to give you your decal. On my nails, I've prepped it with Zoya Purity. I don't feel like I needed to do that because these are super opaque. I'm going to position it, and you can see it's still a little bit wet there, so it is sticking fairly well. Once I get it stuck right there, I can't move it anymore. So I'm going to use my tweezers and make sure I pull it to all of the edges. I'm going to use my finger and just smooth it out a little bit. I had a wrinkle right there where it's stuck in the middle, but I was able to kind of smudge it towards my cuticle and level it out. So next I'm going to go in with acetone and a cleanup brush and melt the edges of the decal and do some cleanup. If you wanted to, you could go ahead and cut it down with scissors. I find that's really not necessary unless you just absolutely hate doing cleanup. So once I have my edges all cleaned up, I'm going to go in with top coat. I'm using HK Girl by Glisten and Glow. This is a good top coat for nail art. It doesn't smear at all, it dries nice and thick and glossy. On my other nails, I'm going to go in with a gradient on my pointer and my pinky. So I'm using a latex-free makeup sponge. I'm going to apply By the Sea and then Mermaid Vibes. Making sure I get a good blend there in the middle. This has been by far my favorite gradient I've ever done. I'm doing it over a base of Zoya Will. I was going to go a different direction with my nail art, but that didn't happen, so I did make 2 passes to get this. I'm going to top coat again with HK Girl and then clean up my cuticle area. It was a little bit hard to tell, but under this lighting where the teal and the pink met, they made a perfect purple in between, so really pretty. On my middle nail, I added a coat of pink bikini. So this is a look at the completed mani. And once more at an angle in direct sunlight. So you can see here how holographic By the Sea and Mermaid Vibes are, and also how blindingly bright pink bikini is. Super fun. So this is my swatch photo at an angle in direct sunlight. If you'd like to see more photos, including macros, you can head over to my blog at sloppyswatches.wordpress.com or follow me on Instagram at sloppyswatches. If you're interested in picking up this trio, do not delay because these will not be restocked. They are coming May 27th, and I will link Tux Polish's shop down below. So thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.